G'day, I'm Mike, and this is Mike's Making Munch. Mike Making Munch. Making Munch with Mike. I forget what it is. That's an old meme. I spent so long in the first season just talking about, what's this show called? A hilarious stab at the idea of alliteration being a good idea. Because then you don't know what order the things are meant to go in. I don't know that order things are meant to go in anyway when there's any kind of acronym. But especially when it's all the same letter. Weird, man. Weird. Anyway. Whew. Day 2, week 2, season 2. What a moment. What a time to be alive. Well, it's video 7. Oh, complete. What a number. I guess. Or something. I don't know. Ew. Pan's still heating up. Getting there. Be cooking a delicious sausage in no time. You know, it's been so long since I've watched a cooking show. It makes it really weird that I'm parodying a cooking show. Maybe like that's kind of the journey that I'm on, that I watched cooking shows, became jaded and was like, they're terrible. And now I'm living out that terribleness as a way of processing just how terrible that kind of TV is. Maybe. It's a possibility. I wouldn't write it down, because why would you write it down? Do you watch TV shows and take notes? You could with a cooking show. Be like, I want to learn how to sous vide venison. Who wants to sous vide venison? Sous vide. Sous vide. I like to say all the letters I can see. Yeah. But anyway. But really, when I used to watch cooking shows, what I would do is see them cooking the food, be like, oh wow, such beautiful, delicious, wonderful food. And then I'd sort of vicariously enjoy my cheese toasty, enjoying what they're cooking, but, you know, mix up the flavours, sort of. Not really. But I do like a cheese toasty. It's delicious. But I'm making a sausage today. Cooking a sausage. We're into making our own bread again. Classic lockdown trope. Breadeneering. I don't really do. Not a huge fan of sourdough. I'm like, it seems like a lot of flour, basically. That's my thing. That's a lot of flour. If you're going to make a loaf of bread every day, very reasonable. But I'm not making that much bread, so doing anyway. Crazy. Have I tasted? I might have even tasted. You make crumpet, like if you, like every time you got to take some of the dough out, put new flour in, give the yeast or whatever they are something to chew on, more flour. You take away some of the old flour so you're not drowning in starter. Then if you store that all in the fridge, then like at the end of the week you can make crumpets. I've had a similar thing, just like a pan fried bit of starter. It's very delicious. Very nice. It sounds almost like I'm going to try to start talking myself into getting a starter or making a starter. But my wife did it once and it smelled bad. I don't like bad smells. Don't like any smells, really. If I'm being completely honest. No, I do like some smells. The smell of water, the smell of stainless steel. I don't know what else. Those are just two things that I know about and can see right there at the sink. Stainless steel sink with water. Not a huge amount of smell. Anyway. Yeah. I think the beauty of this, I didn't prepare anything to talk about at all. Nothing. Because like yesterday, I came all gung-ho, I really want to talk about the Steam Deck. Ooh, so keen on talking about the Steam Deck, because that's so cool. But today, already talked about that. I could talk about nuclear power, but we're already 6 minutes in. Not really time to talk all that much about nuclear power in 4 minutes. Nuclear power's good, coal bad, no nuclear power bad. Electricity is a good thing. But yeah, anyway. Alright, well, since I brought up nuclear power, if we had nuclear power, then everyone can just have reverse cycle air conditioning. It's a good idea. Then, like, that's just cheap heating and cooling, because once you've made each unit, then the cost of running it isn't that high. Whereas often the problem with those things is that they use a lot of power, and then when it's really hot, everyone turns their aircon on. Suddenly, an electrical system that only needs to deal with however much energy, suddenly it's doubled, and they can't deal with it. But that's where, particularly if you do have solar panels and nuclear power, then people's solar panels will help sustain the lift in use of air conditioning, particularly throughout summer, where it's probably a bit more inclined to use it. But yeah. Through winter, I'm like, it's good to be able to heat up the space if you need to, but really, I just rug up. Except if you're in a place with real winter. Like we're in Sydney right now. Sydney doesn't get that hot or cold. Stays in the middle. In the middle. No extremes. No seasons, really. I mean, but yeah. Keep warm by just putting another jumper on. Like I'm wearing a shirt, a vest, and a jacket, a hoodie. Hardly anything. The hoodie is super old, so it's pretty thin. I'm not even wearing a singlet. If you really want to be warm, wear a singlet. That's what my old pappy used to say. Do you know the movie Maverick? I love so many things about that movie. I wanted to base so many things in my life off that movie. To be able to play cards. I know lots of card things. I'm not very good at playing cards, but I like playing cards. That's close enough. Pretty much never gamble. I've never owned a donkey and been like, you always like if you're robbing behind the ears. That's a joke. I've never met Jodie Foster. I've never been hunted. No one's ever shot at me. I've really not done many of the things from the movie Maverick, but yeah, no, I've not really done anything that happens in the movie Maverick. Never tried to beat up Alfred Molina. I've never had Alfred Molina try to beat me up. I've owed money to people a little bit before. Not a lot. I don't remember how much Maverick owed. He owed a little bit, not tons. I don't know, maybe tons in that time though. Who knows? Like, he definitely ends the movie with more money. With the, I don't know, royal flush. That was the thing that kind of ruined me. I wanted to be like playing card games and enjoy them, but I only ever wanted to get a royal flush. That's where probably the movie ruined me, that I was gunning for like only premium, hovering my hand over the deck of cards being like, give me a royal flush. I got 3 2s or something. Which, honestly, 3 2s, that's a pretty good start for a hand. Trade all the 2s in, if I only want a royal flush. I've got the Queen of Clubs. I'm keeping that one and tossing out 4 3s or something. 4 of a kind, that's a good hand. Just toss the Queen. Maybe you get an ace kicker, but I mean, who's going to have another 4 3s? Like, there's no point tossing anything at that point. Maybe toss something to make everyone else think, oh, he's still looking for something, hasn't got 4 3s already, then there's already won the hand. Anyway, I don't know, whatever. I mean, it loses to a full house, so, whatever, I don't know. Maybe you toss a 3 and a, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. But I've mostly played Texas Hold'em poker anyway. Yeah, well, that's been another terrible episode of Making Munch with Mike. My sausage is pretty much cooked. I'm going to get a plate, get some bread, put the bread on the plate, put the sausage on the bread, put some tomato sauce on the sausage. Pretty simple plan, isn't it? And I will catch you tomorrow for another simple video of Making Munch with Mike. Terrible show of your life. See ya.